Welcome to the Fast Break, the fastest 15 or so minutes in the NBA. Gentlemen, so much going on. College, professional. I do want to start in college real quick, though. North Carolina fires Hubert Davis. Couple people that are on the radar. Brad Stevens. He said no. There's no way he was going to. But I'm proud of North Carolina for making him say no, because that's good. But someone else I want to talk about that's going to lead into, of course, one of Rod's rants here coming up soon. But Billy Donovan for the Chicago Bulls has been heavily rumored that he might make the leap. If you're Billy Donovan, Rod, do you stay with the Bulls? You've been there for so long, and there might be some light coming soon? Or do you go to North Carolina and try to revamp that organization?
Jimmy, how dare you look into the camera and tell these wonderful people that listen to us on the More Than You Know podcast that the Bulls might have some light at the end of the tunnel. You've been around for enough of the Jerry Reinsdorf project since Michael Jordan left town. You understand what the Chicago Bulls do, that they don't pay the luxury tax, that they don't make trades that are smart, that they don't necessarily draft the guy that ends up being a good basketball player. So there's no hope at the end of the tunnel for the Chicago Bulls. The question that one Billy Donovan has to ask himself: do I want to continue making a lot of money to essentially not have to do anything? Sure, I have to do some media availability before a game, and I have to juggle with some substitutions. Can this guy who can't really play, should I put him in for this other guy who can't really play? Or should I put him in for this other guy who can't really play? Sure, he has to make those decisions during 48 minutes of a basketball game. Then he has to go into a press conference afterwards and explain to some reporters that don't really care if the Bulls win or lose. And they know the fan base doesn't really care if the fans win or lose. And he just keeps paying more money to do that. The Bulls just keep giving him new contract extensions to continue to lose. So does he like that? Where he gets to live in the same city as Chicago, stayed up in high-class hotels and first-class travel to not win? Or does he want to go stay in high-class hotels and first-class travel to have the fan base bitch at you every time you lose a game on Wednesday night versus the conference rival, and then you have to get up early the next day to talk to your number 2 and 3 shooting guard because they might leave and transfer to the school next year? If I'm Billy Donovan, I'm staying in the NBA to get a lot of money to do nothing.
So, Rob, what were your thoughts on that, really? You forgot about the great trade the Bulls didn't take when New Orleans offered them their first-round unprotected pick this year for the 12th pick last year. But, of course, the Bulls had to take Noah Esenge, who...
He's done a lot.
Chris, what do you think? Should Billy Donovan go to UNC or stay with Chicago?
He's probably going to make more money staying with Chicago, but he has had more success coaching in college than the NBA. And you're going to have resources, and you don't have to worry about some owner or GM overriding who you want to draft or recruit, right? So he'll be able to build the team he wants every single year. Yeah, you might have to convince a guard or a center to stay, but you can also go out and get whoever you want as well. So I don't know.
You have to worry about Big Smooth, Sam Perkins getting baked and going on local Charlotte radio and calling you out for being a terrible coach because of your rotations. That's what you have to worry about if you're North Carolina's coach. Nobody gives a crap what Donovan does at Chicago.
Yeah, I kind of go along with what Rod was saying. Being in the NBA, you're in luxury all the time, and you don't have to worry about kids coming up to you saying, I want another $1 million, or I'm leaving that next fall, or I'm leaving in 2 months, or whatever it is. So I really would stay if I were him. He's got a good gig. The check's clear.